No, I thought you were going to do it.
I was just trying to make something up there.
Anyway, hello, welcome to Kellyology, the podcast where we dive into the depths of human connection and understanding. I'm your host, Kelly, that's me. Lover of music and a good old chinwag. So I'm inviting you all to listen in and open up the conversation. Today I have Chris here.
Hello.
Audience clapper.
Go me.
Chris, how do we introduce you? He's a jack of all trades here as well. So I would
Man
say
of many talents, maybe.
Exactly, legit.
Maybe.
No, yes. So join us as we explore the uncharted territories of perspectives, pushing boundaries, because my wee mantra here is we didn't sit pretty. Get out of your comfort zone. Try something new. So we did kind of plan to have Graham here
Graham.
and the other guys from the bands that they guys are in called Chugzilla.
Chugzilla.
I still think they should change their name, but...
You never know. Could be on the cards, but you never know.
There's been a lot of change with yous recently, hasn't there?
There has been. We spent the last year and a half trying to find a singer, and it's not worked, and I can do the kind of vocals that we're looking for. So we know our drummer, Liam, his name is, so he's a good friend of ours as well. So luckily enough, he wasn't in a band or anything at the moment, so we were able to convince him to join the band and play drums, and I've stepped out of drumming and I'm now the vocalist. So we've had our third practice last night, so we're still getting him to grips with the drumming and everything. But by the way things are just now, it's starting to sound really good. So it's something that we're all excited about.
Is that how you and Graham ended up at the pub last night after?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm going to open my protein shake.
Yes, but that's how that ended up, yep.
Well, you've went from drumming. When did you start drumming?
Started drumming when I was at Music Academy. So it was about 2007. I just took it up because I studied guitar for so long, and then I just wanted to learn as much as I possibly could. So I went on to basically teach myself how to play drums, and then I went on from there.
Do you feel like that's where? Well, now obviously you've kind of went from,
it's just
from guitar to drumming to now singing.
Just music in general. Music it's an inspiration. It inspires you. So
I know you and Becky go to like a lot of gigs
Yeah,
and that as well. Your friends too.
Yeah, a lot of gigs. It's something that we love to do together. And for people that want to know, Becky is my wife.
Yes,
But
Becky is my cousin, so that's sort of
Yeah.
how we met.
That's how we know each other. But music in general inspires us, and we go to a lot of gigs together, which is really, really good. It makes us happy, and it keeps us tight, like a close knit as well. So
I feel like live gigs and live music keeps me sane.
Yeah.
Like, if it wasn't for music, I think I'd genuinely be batshit crazy.
Definitely as well, because it's storytelling as well from artists. A lot of artists base their stuff around things that have actually happened to them or things that are happening around the world, which is
I feel like
really
people
good.
nowadays though they didn't make albums anymore. It's always singles and EPs,
especially
collaborations.
just now as well. There's a lot of music that's out just now, but it's renditions of older songs, but they've just put a new twist to it, which is kind of annoying. It's like people can't be bothered to write their own songs anymore, so it's
like there's using samples from like the old timey songs, and then there's just like kind of spinning it on it your own and making it pish.
It's kind of annoying. It's kind of lazy. I see it. But
Why? What day is it today? Saturday, isn't it?
It is Saturday all day.
So you're off work for the weekend?
Off week, bank holiday weekend, so off Monday as well. So
nice. You're back on Tuesday.
Back on Tuesday, a 2-day week. Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday off for Tenacious D.
Oh, you're going to say Tenacious D
with Becky, and then off Friday.
I'm actually quite jealous of that, actually.
Yeah, so looking forward to that. So Jack Black's always good on stage, so it should be fun.
Never seen them or anything like that, but definitely would. Like,
Yeah.
Where are they playing?
They're playing the Hydro.
Hydro, that's it. That's an alright venue, that.
It's alright, it's pretty good. Pretty nice. You get a nice sound out there just because of the shape of the venue itself. The music travels around it instead of just against corners.
Glasgow's good for the music scene as well. Much better than Edinburgh.
Yeah, Edinburgh's starting to uprise now, which is finally good to see.
There's a lot more like rock bands and all that playing now. It's no your like typical acoustic like busking singers or whatever.
Exactly.
Just gonna move my keys out my pocket 2 seconds.
But no, but it's really good to Edinburgh, and there's this hinting at the Edinburgh Park venue that are looking at building just now as well. So
like on the main train line.
Yeah, so fingers crossed they build that. I think they're going to do. I think it's 8,000 capacity or something they're looking at doing. So fingers crossed that they get the planning permission through for that. That'll be pretty decent. A little train journey along the road. Was it 8 minutes train journey to get to a venue?
Can't grumble, because that's just next to the Gale, is that
yeah,
right?
Just next to the Gale, but I think that's where we want to put it. But fingers crossed.
It's just a stone's throw down the road, so that would be decent. As if people didn't know, we're from Livingston.
Yeah, Livingston. The mighty Livingston.
Yes, it's kind of smack bang in the middle between Edinburgh, Glasgow.
Right in the middle.
Down the valley.
In the middle of the valley.
What's on the cards for the band then? Are you just trying to thingy together and see what he's got? Are you writing anything new?
We've wrote all the stuff that we do is all our own stuff. We do like the one cover of Blue Oyster Cult's Godzilla, but we put our own rendition on it. So we use like the original music from the actual original Japanese Godzilla.
Nice.
So we've added that to it as well. But
is that how you? Where did Chugzilla come from?
It would be Snoddy, our guitar player, the main founder of the band, as I would say. But
big shout out to Snoddy, John. Yeah. You're a lovely guy.
Yep.
You're doing well.
We all love you. But him himself, he was just Godzilla fanatic, you know, and what better way to name a band than what he wanted was Chugzilla, because the way he plays guitar, the way he plays guitar, they call it chugging. I know many people call that a different thing, but Chugzilla
slang, some might not understand.
Yes, but Chugzilla, your guitar is just chugging, just that rough, that chug 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 chug, you know. So it's pretty good. So I could see why you wanted to call it that. So
I understand now. Yes,
I don't think anyone's had the courage to tell him no. So we just stuck with it.
You've got Chris Twaddle on the vocals. You've got John Snodgrass, Snoddy on guitar, lead guitar.
Lead guitar. I'd say William Hope on rhythm, lead as well. I think both of them do their own kind of leads.
Own wee bits and bobs.
You have Graham
Young
on bass,
slapping the bass,
and then we have Liam on the drums. Nice. So a full band finally. It's only taken us 2 years. But no, all the stuff that we do, it's all our own stuff. I think we've got 9 songs now, but it's just obviously with Liam just coming into the band, it's just getting him to learn the songs, because he's putting his own new take on the drums now.
And you obviously need to all get used to each other and the ways that you work and all that, but that'll obviously be something to look forward to.
Definitely.
It's something good as well, I think, like to keep yourself in that creative space.
No, it is. It's really good, and just having the space, especially practicing up at live rehearsals, which is like a good, obviously, practice venue up here in Livingston now. Robin's place, Robin and Mikey, they run the place, and it's good having them there as well, because they're always willing to help in that as well. So that
wee space that you had when I came up, is that you still there, or is that
just up at live rehearsals? Live rehearsals all the time.
It's all legit.
It's legit as well, and we've known Robin for many years.
Robin's Graham's dad.
Yeah, Graham's dad. But it's good going up there, and as I say, to any other bands that are looking for a place to practice or that, I'd definitely give a shout out to them. They got socials and all like that. They're on Facebook and everything as well, live rehearsals. So even if people like to look it up, as I say, if you're based around West Lothian or that, and you're looking for somewhere to practice,
get in touch with them. I'll pop that on the description and all that for people, because again, definitely. It's like one of these things I think that's just, well, Ali Robertson, my director, put it fucking brilliant. There's a void of like the creative stuff in creative industries in West Lothian. It's all just sort of Edinburgh, Glasgow way, but slowly but surely it is coming this way. I can see it.
Hopefully, like fingers crossed. But as for that place, they've been there for years, like a long time. Like when I first started playing in bands, we were practicing up there, so it's not like they've ever moved. They've moved, but they only moved round the corner to basically a bigger place.
Like I've always known who Robin is, like through people like Dave and Andy, and whenever they were like, because they rehearsed up there with their band and that. So it's weird that I never actually put 2 and 2 together. That because I went to high school with Graham. Graham was immature. I didn't put 2 and 2 together that Robin was his dad until literally just a few months ago. I was like, what the fuck, when we were all hanging about?
I know, when we were hanging about.
That was weird. But you've actually got something exciting happening next week, next Saturday. Saturday coming.
Yeah, next Saturday coming.
A guy called Daniel Maslin, I believe he's the director. He's doing a wee short film, isn't he?
A wee short film he's doing. So he's looking out for. He was looking out for a singer, which obviously yourself put me forward for it. Obviously got me in touch with this guy through in Glasgow to basically sing one of the songs for his short film because he wanted a heavier version of.
Because when I seen the post straight away, when I saw he wanted like a raspy, heavier hang, straight away I was like, Chris, I screenshot it, sent it to you, sent it to Becky. I was like, get Chris on this, and he was worried, or not worried, but you were sitting like, oh, I'm not gonna get it. Like, what the fuck? He's not gonna care.
No, well, I never ever thought, because I thought so many other people would go ahead for this that like it'd be like 1 in a million chance basically of getting this part.
Be buried or
but
whatever.
As soon as obviously I heard back from him, I was just kind of shocked. So I was like, oh, it's something out of what I usually do as well. Like I've never really done anything, so it's more experience for me as well. But to go and do that would be pretty cool. Like I kind of thought, so I've been in contact with him, and today he sent me over the sample of the song and everything. So it'll be good to actually work on that, like next Saturday, to actually meet Daniel and be able to work on it with him next Saturday. And
so as I said, Denny, sit pretty good at your comfort zone. Exactly. Try something new.
Yeah, it'll be good to actually meet him and in person, and to actually do the song as well, just to hear the final outcome, because it's a whole different take on the actual song itself. So so it'll be good. I think
you'll do good with it.
Yeah.
Again, it's just like a new thing for you, and just another thing that your name's going to be on.
Well, it's now as well, just because obviously I've now started singing again. Like I sang years and years ago, my first band, whilst playing guitar, but now just to stand alone, and the only thing to hide behind it is a microphone. So like I kind of want that experience as well, to now go out and actually just do like singing and that for things like that. But it's kind of, as you say, gaining the experience. So I'm looking forward to it.
You ever thought about like sessional musicians or anything?
Not really. Like I've only ever wanted to be like in a band, like what we're in just now, because it's the kind of music like I love.
You want to make your own stuff.
And like we all write our own stuff, so it's really good. But to sing the way that I want to have, that kind of Phil Anselmo from Pantera, that kind of singing sound. So having that, I've always wanted to be like that, like nothing like fancy, like pop music or that. Like I don't mind it, or I don't mind listening to it and that, but it's not for me. I'd rather like heavier kind of stuff.
Do you remember when you were younger, like the first kind of moment you were like music is it for me, like, and who was it that like inspired you with that?
I think it was my uncle Leslie. He was the first person to basically put albums in front of me, and it was Lynyrd Skynyrd, Iron Maiden, Judas Priest combinations, and it's like Lynyrd Skynyrd, just it blew my mind just to see 3 guitarists on stage at one time, just doing this. I was just in awe over it. I couldn't believe it. And just watching Gary Rossington, obviously the guitarist from him, just watching his slide guitar work and everything, I couldn't step away from it. You couldn't drag me away from obviously the old hi-fi and all that system. My mum used to have to try and drag me away from it, but that's all we'd ever put on for years as well.
Do you not miss like the CD days and that? Man?
Oh, I miss it. I'm glad that vinyl made it come back, because I think nothing can beat the sound of vinyl.
I've got a good wee collection there.
Like. It's brilliant, like it. But no, Lynyrd Skynyrd is like my all-time favourite band, and as I say, if it wasn't down to my Uncle Leslie putting that down in front of me, who knows what kind of genre or what kind of music or that I would have actually ended up being into. But me myself, like I listen to everything. Like you could put anything in front of me and I'll always listen to it, and I like a lot of stuff.
Bouncing to Beyonce on the car.
Yeah, exactly. But listen to anything. It's just, that's the kind of person I think. It's because I love music that much that like I appreciate people. Well, when somebody makes a good song, you appreciate it. You're like this is really, really good.
I even like when bands start swaying away from their normal genre. Like Arctic Monkeys got a lot of shit when they kind of went into their 70s, like
they went very pop, like very like retro, whereas they were like proper like indie to start off with, like just that pure raw sounding, which was really good. And then as soon I remember hearing them when they came out with like the newer stuff, and I was just like, what the.
But to be fair, I always liked Arctic Monkeys, like AM, like all of the who the fuck are Arctic Monkeys, like back in those days. It was decent, like I liked it, but I wasn't like obsessed. Like it wasn't until Tranquility Base Hotel and Zero came out that I was like, oh yeah, and that was the first vinyl, I ever bought myself. Got it on pre-sale and that. Got it before
Yeah.
everybody. But I was fucking obsessed with it. I don't know what it was. I think it was all the mad instruments that they had. Like they brought in these synthesizer, piano, like all types. Like he just went fucking crazy on it, and the time signatures in it, even the lyrics. Because like I was kind of going through like a wee phase of psychedelics and stuff, and I felt like listening to the music, I was like, he's definitely done this. Like he's been
you
on
can tell with the
these.
stuff that he's singing about
Man.
that.
So it just like it really hit, and then we went and seen them live at Transmit. They were great live, but Transmit and that, I'm just not really a big festival-y type person, really. But it was still a good experience, and seeing them live and doing that was great. But you seen when they were playing Tranquility Base Hotel and Casino songs, everyone was just a bit like, but it was just like me and Andy, like, yeah. But see when they're playing like all their old style or fucking
bouncing,
crying lightning and all that, everyone's like moshing and that, and I was just like, that's what they're there for. But I was like, no. I mean, I do like that stuff, but I just appreciate bands that can sway away from their norm. Yeah,
they step out, basically step out of the comfort zone. Yeah. It's kind of good. It's really good to see.
Because you Chugzilla's not got anything on Spotify or that yet, have you?
Not yet. We had like rough basic kind of demo tracks we put up just for people could get like a wee sign of the stuff that we're going to be playing. Yeah. But we're looking into it as soon as Liam gets sorted, like drum wise and everything. Which is he's doing phenomenal. Like the drum stuff that he's playing, like I can't wrap my head around it. And that's coming from me originally playing drums for them, and I'm just in shock. I'm just like, wow.
Did you always know Liam, or did you meet him through Megan?
I met him through Becky. Basically, it was Becky that introduced me to him, because it's one of her good friends' husband. So, and I'm kind of glad that I got to meet him, because he's such a sound guy as well, but just his drumming aspect, the way he comes across and figuring out things to play is just wow.
He's got that knack for it.
But he's a person that's taught himself how to play drums as well.
And it's just no like.
So he's
see those like and the ones that are really good and they do that. Like I swear they're aliens.
I think that's why it works for us as a band as well, because basically all of us are the same. We've all basically taught ourselves how to do it, so we all just gel. So when we're coming up with songs, it's just you just hit it. It's like a jamming session, and then you're just like, right, cool. Let's just keep that as a song then. Yeah. And we'll just do things like that, like for like an hour at a band practice on a Friday or that. We'll just do it. We'll just jam and come up with something.
See, before obviously you've all moved and brought in the two new guys and that. Did you ever do any live gigs before we Snoddy or that? No, I was just practicing and.
I was just practicing basically, yeah. That's all it was, because it was obviously at the time it was COVID and everything, so you couldn't really
peak everything.
Do anything, but
if you could though, what's a good venue that you think you'd like to play?
I'd love to play even King Tut's.
Yeah, that's the one thing I had in my head there.
And then Biolands as well. I'd love to play there.
I do. Love the Barras.
Just that venue itself is just, Biolands and King Tut's, both of them are like historic to Scotland. Yeah. They're like,
feels at home there. When you're there. Like you don't feel like you're at a gig or venue. You're just like in this big place where it just feels very cozy.
But as soon as you walk into the place, you can't help but smile, because you know how much it means to basically Scotland, and it's the sound that you get from that place as well is just amazing. So I'd love to play there. Really love to.
Well, you never know.
Oh, you never know. See where things take us.
Who does the songwriting, by the way? Or is it just
all of us?
You all contribute.
All of us, we all chuck it in, and now I'm just finally starting to put lyrics down to the songs. So Snoddy, he had a couple of songs written out, but I just made stuff up on our first practice with Liam. I just made up like music just solo wise there. I just improvised it and went for it, and turns out that's the lyrics that we went for, because he was that impressed with the stuff that I came up with. So he was like, nah, he's like, just bin my work. he's like we'll do what you want to do. He's like, that sounds awesome. So
that's good. Like, it doesn't seem like you have like much creative like differences or
we all respect each other. We listen to each other as well, and I think it's the fact that we're all friends as well. Like if there's something wrong, and we're not afraid to tell each other about it. We don't shy away. We're like upfront people. But if you meet us anyway in general, we're all.
How did you meet Snoddy?
Yeah, I've known him for years. I think it was just gigs.
Aye. Just like mutual friends.
I think it was his laddie as well, Ben. Like, I've known him, been to concerts and for years.
I'm sure I went to school with him.
you know. But I think that's how I got to know him. I can't even tell you how we met. I think it was just our paths just crossed and we were there.
Cross, yeah.
We were there. It was meant to be. It was that moment. I was like, oh, we were together. And now you can't separate us.
I know.
I think Becky gets jealous sometimes the amount of times me and Snoddy hang around with each other.
Oh, Bex. Yeah. Oh, I literally just asked you that question. That's funny. I didn't even plan that. That was just in my head.
Again.
Here's a good one though. I did ask the last band that I interviewed, but it's a question that I like to ask quite a few, and obviously we touched on it with Arctic Monkeys, but just your thoughts on the current state of like the music industry, or how do you think it's affecting independent artists, sort of like yourself in the band? Like,
I think venue-wise, ticket pricing, you know, like your likes of Hydro and all that, how they can charge so much for like you look like your Stevie Nicks tickets and that over £100 odd pound, but then you could charge like your £50 and all that for Tenacious D and that. Is it bands that I know it's not the bands that are charging the money, it's the venues and everything, but Machine Head are playing one gig in Scotland after Download Festival, and it's the only UK gig they're doing after Download Festival, and they're charging £28 for a ticket. That's a bargain. That's
you know, say Alien Ant Farm were like 25 or
Alien Ant Farm that we've just bought tickets for during the week there for them and CKY. You'd think they would be through the roof, but £28 at bands like that. I know it's the venues themselves. That's the SWG free. They put the ticket prices, but that's bargain prices, But for places like venues to charge through the roof prices for bands is just shocking. Because I looked at Wembley to go see Pearl Jam later on in the year because it's a band that I've always wanted to see.
They're good.
But they're like £350 for a ticket.
What?
And I'm just like, no, not a chance. No way would I pay that. And it goes all the way up in the region to over £1,000 for tickets, And I was like, nah, not a chance.
It was like over 100 for Beyonce. People were spending like over £1,000 for VIP and that. I was like, wow.
Destroying it. You know, it's just not destroying it because people that are desperate will pay the money.
Of course.
But especially with like the state the world is in just now as well, with obviously like your payments and that you get, like your actual living wage and everything.
Cost of living.
You'd think they would at least buckle down the prices a bit, but no, they don't. They just want to take every penny out your pocket, which is kind of
just like that
crap.
With most things, man. Like I work in a shop just part time, and see like the very short like year or two that I've been there, the amount of price increases that's happened and happens consistently is quite ridiculous.
It is, like your supermarkets and everything. Like you're
but people
saying,
still pay it.
I know.
It's like
the thing is, you're gonna have to.
30-gram pack of tobacco is like almost £30 now, and people are still coming in and fucking buying it, and they're still smoking.
What's like fags? £13. £13 for a pack of 20.
£14
you're like,
now.
You're like, it's just a shock. Like, but you can go abroad and it's so cheap. You know, yeah, it just seems to be over here, which is it's bollocks. Basically.
The world's in a weird state at the moment.
It is.
Will it ever get better? We shall see.
Fingers crossed.
I suppose that's really all the music thing. I did want to talk to you about the army stuff.
Yeah.
If you're up for that. So, Chris was in the army. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend I know anything about the fucking army or regiments or who belongs where or what is what.
Yeah.
But how the fuck did that process come about? Did you just decide one day you're like,
I just remember one day, like, I was walking down Bathgate Precinct with my dad, and I was just out of the blue. I was just walking by the career office, and I was like, nah, stuff it. I was like, I'll just go in. And my dad was even in shock. He was just like, what? But then he was kind of proud as well, I think, to do that. So I remember just going in there, and it was.
Did you have to do a certain amount of like years of training and shit? How does that?
Yeah, you do like your training. It just depends. Like you can't really say much about it. Like, but you do like depends on what regiment and that you're going into. You have to do like your standard phase 1 training. You know, which is teaching you how to be a soldier, basically how to fight, and then whatever corps or regiment or that you're going in afterwards, you go to wherever you're going to be trained.
Do you decide that, or did they decide that?
Well, it just depends. Like me, like I picked to be in the Scottish Dragoon Guard, so obviously I went to a tank regiment, tank training. You know, but you go there. But there's certain places around the UK that they like you go for like whatever part of the army or that you're joining. So they train you wherever you're meant to go. So
I mind when
it's quite good.
my older brother went to the RAF and I went down to London for his like passing out parade and stuff, and just feeling very intimidated by all of that. Like I
Yeah.
don't know what it is about like military, army, like shit. Like I know it's important, and I know obviously it's like a big part of like keeping the country at bay or whatever. But it's just something that I don't understand. And there's a lot
Yeah.
of talk about fucking World War III
I
and
know,
all that
eh.
happening, and you're just like,
I know.
what?
I've seen a big influx. I've seen all the advertisement now, and I think it's just because not many people want to join now.
There's a big thing about women and all that.
and
I'm trying to
women
get a
and
bash,
everything,
like.
but I think they're just crying out for like everyone just now. So, but I wouldn't really say it's for somebody that's married or that. I'd say you'd have to be single to go in.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to leave your family or that.
It's hard. It can be hard.
How many years were you in?
4.
4. Damn, son.
But
Did you go? What do they call it? Is that a tour?
yeah,
Is that when you
tour,
go away
yeah.
and like physically fight? Where were you?
Afghan.
Oh, jeez, old man.
But we went many places over the army. It was really good.
You get to travel for
Yeah.
training and all that as well.
But it's
don't you?
good. It's good for things like that. You get to travel all around the world and everything, so that is good. But enjoyable. It's just a shame what happened.
I was about to say, yeah, like as much as you learn from it, and it would have been, to some degree a valuable experience. I know that you've struggled with some sort of like kind of PTSD and
Yeah.
stuff after.
Yeah, I think you all do. No matter what you go through or that, you do, and you try and shy away and you hide it. But the best thing to do is to actually talk, which took me years to actually be able to talk about it. But with my knee as well, my knee was basically damaged. I damaged it on the cool down training afterwards, and basically just screwed my knee up, and they couldn't do anything about it. Hence why I got medically discharged.
Yeah.
So it's kind of crappy at the time, but it happens. I was there for a reason now, but it was good. I enjoyed it when I was there, though. It was really, really fun.
Did you lose any friends with that?
Yeah.
Loads. Damn.
There's people that I knew as well that obviously are gone now, sadly, but it's there. It's in the contract there, but
It's a big thing though,
tough,
like you said, like to talk about it, and I know it's no everybody's like comfortability or thing, or they don't feel comfortable doing so, but it is a big thing that not just mental health people or anything that should be advocating, but it is like we were talking about last night with your friend, like the fact that people are willing to talk more about it is it's important.
That is it's
As
like,
much as
if you're
it's-
struggling, then best thing to do is to talk.
Yeah, I think most people are struggling nowadays.
Yeah.
It is difficult though. Like obviously I've not been in the army or anything quite like that, but even with just like your general mental health stuff, sometimes it is just.
I know
hard.
it's out there now, but it's good to see there's a lot of advertisement on that as well for getting help for it. Don't be shy. Like talk to somebody.
When you were in and all that as well, were you offered anything of those?
You get offered that. You get offered it, like the British Legion and all. That's really good for that. They helped me with my transition out of the army, which they were really good. But they can help you and direct you in the path that way as well, which is really good.
Because were you quite young when you went in?
Yeah. But it was good. Like there is help there, but I've noticed with your PTSD and all that as well. It's not just armed force people that struggle from it. There's people like that do all many different lines of jobs with that. It's just or they see something happen and that end they struggle. But as I say, the best thing to do is to actually talk about it. Like don't shy away from it. So it's really good that you can get that help, but just don't lock yourself in. Like I'd say actually, like just talk to anyone, even if it's a random, just to get it out your system. It's always good.
I get that a lot in the shop.
Yeah.
I shared a meme about it not long ago, and it was like, "Do you want a bag?" I was 13 when my father died, and I was just like, "Oh, right." Okay. And you end up sitting there for a while, and like we got a whole queue, but you didn't want to be rude and be like, I need to go. Like, I know. Like, I'm really sorry that happened, but I have a face. People like tell things too. Yeah. So. But it is true. But speaking of travel, obviously with the army and stuff like that, you've been away quite frequently now. Have you not gone away in August? No, July.
Yeah, going away in July with the good wife Becky, going away to Amsterdam.
Nice. And then
for
I'm
a
dragging
few
her
nights.
away in September again.
And then you're dragging her away in September. I had to go to Amsterdam.
She needs to come and experience it with me. But I've never been to the dam, so you know.
Nah, I've been a few times, so it's pretty good. But we're doing things that like I've not done that over there, so I'm kind of looking forward to it. She wants to go and do her Anne Frank museum and everything. So I'll make wee jokes to her about that, saying that what's the point in going there when she's not even there anymore.
Yeah.
She's gone. She's still hiding up in the attic. But nah, but I was like, she wants to do that, so I was like, we can go and do that then. But I want to go to the Jurgen Cruyff Stadium, which is Ajax's stadium for football team. But she wants to do that as well because she really likes her football.
They're a couple of football fanatics.
So she likes to do stuff like that as well. So it's a stadium that I've always wanted to see. It's meant to be amazing, so I'm looking forward to that because it's a thing.
My dad and his pals, my brother went down to I think it was Manchester not long ago, and then he went over to Hamburg in Germany and done like a tour of the big things. He does all of that stuff.
Because we done it 2 years ago or something. We went down to Old Trafford because she'd never been to Old Trafford, and I'm a big Man United fan, and I've since getting with Becky, I've kind of turned her into a Man United fan as well. So when we were down there, obviously I kind of booked the tickets without even telling her. I was like, oh, by the way, we're going to Old Trafford so you can go and see the stadium. And I thought she was going to give me a beating, but she didn't. She was actually somehow more excited than I was, but to take her around the stadium, but it was good seeing her face when she actually got to see it, because it's the first time she'd actually been to Old Trafford, whereas I used to go down quite a bit, so.
It's good that you can do that.
Yeah, but it's good that as I say, we've got our music that we love, and we've got football as well. I think
you are actually quite similar, very similar.
I know, a lot more than what people actually think, but it's because we're cool kids.
Cool kids. I only have what time is it? We're alright. We've only been on for half an hour or so. Anything you want to plug? Anything you want to mention? Anything you want to talk about specifically? I've got random filler questions here. But
random filler questions?
Well, it says...
what is your sandwich filling? What would you like? Tuna?
It literally is sort of shit like that.
Is it?
Aye. Or what's the most adventurous thing you've ever done?
Most adventurous? Out there? Thing I've ever done. Proposed to Becky at the top of the Acropolis in Greece.
Oh, aye.
In the middle of a whole bunch of, I would say tourists. We were a tourist as well because it's not a country, but at the top of the Acropolis in Greece. That was the most outgoing thing I think I've done. I was shaking like a leaf. I was like, whoa.
Becky was being a moody-faced bastard,
I know,
wasn't she?
I know. trying to drag this lassie up a hill, up to the top of the Acropolis in 40-degree heat. It's just moaning with our mate Rab and George. They're trying to drag her up as well because they knew that I was going to propose to her up there. She had no clue, but trying to get her up there was just it was a nightmare. But we got there in the end. But when we got to the top, she was just moaning. I had to just walk away for her. So we got our friend George, who is from Greece. We got him to basically take her away and try and just show her things, just random stuff. So he was just pointing at rocks and all that, just trying to make up stuff so I could walk up behind her.
I like that boulder.
so I could walk up behind her. And I remember we're right in the middle of it. And I was saying her name. So I was like, Becky. And she just wasn't listening. So I actually had to fucking punch her in the butt. I had to punch her in the butt, so she turned around. She's like, what is it? And then there's me on my knee, obviously with a ring. I was like, well, you marry me then? What is it? It's like, but then to see her after that, I was like, was it worth it? Dragging your ass up the Acropolis? Was it worth it? I remember
she sent me a picture. I think it was still when I had Snapchat at the time. She sent me and she was like, shh, don't say anything. I was like, what the fuck? I had no idea what was happening. It was good.
It's her face after though, because he got a picture of her when she finally just put the ring on, and she was just smiling, but her hair's all windswept, and she's just bright red like a tomato, because she's just that burnt as well because of the sun and everything.
Greece in summer is hot
but I'd say that is the most outgoing thing. But I mentioned George, him, obviously he's from Greece and that, but he's in a band as well. Team Voss. They're based in Edinburgh.
All right.
So I'd give them a listen to. You can find them on Facebook and that as well.
What's her name?
Team Voss. So it's
Team
Tymvos. Team Voss. They're really good. Really good bands. If you're local wise of that, or you want to listen to something different, I'd have a listen to them as well, because they're brilliant. And George himself, he's the most lovely guy you could ever meet.
So does he live here now?
Yeah, he stays here, stays in Edinburgh. But he's just phenomenal as well. So a lovely guy that you can always walk up to and talk to. So if you're checking him out, just say that Chris told you to say hiya, and just introduce you to him.
Nice.
But really nice. But George and Team Boss, they're really cool. But as for outgoing things, I think that's the biggest outgoing thing I've actually ever done.
The wedding was fucking beautiful as well. That was a really nice one.
That was a really nice day. I'm glad the weather as well for the wedding as well.
It was like the hottest day of the year or something.
I know,
it was. Oh,
I know it was. The fans that Becky bought were a godsend. I think
they really were very smart. Those.
Yeah, but the wedding was amazing. It was a really good venue as well, which is Pumpherston Golf Course.
Oh, is that why you were going to Amsterdam for your anniversary?
Yeah, going over there for the anniversary because it's the 8th of July, so we thought we'd just go over for a few nights, But we're staying in Zaandam with this funky looking hotel. It looks really, really cool. It's like 4 different cottages kind of thing built on top of each other, all angled out differently. So
just outside the city centre?
Yeah, it's just right next to the train station as well, though, so you can just jump straight onto the train straight into Amsterdam. So.
Everybody that I speak to about it, that's all they say. And it's like, if you're going to stay in Amsterdam, don't go to city centre, just get outside because it's cheaper, but you can still walk and you're close enough. It's
extortionate in the centre, like really extortionate.
Aye. I mean, if I had the money, I would probably buy renting something bougie or whatever.
It's Becky that had seen this one, because she's seen one of our TikTok videos, and somebody was going on about this hotel in Zaandam. So we looked at the distance, and it's a 10-minute train journey, from Amsterdam city centre. So I've just got, well, let's have a look at it. Then as soon as she just showed me the picture of it outside, I was like, wow. I was like, we have to go there. But it's like a shopping centre as well. That's what it is. It's like linked to a shopping centre.
It's a lot of people say it's similar in the sense to Edinburgh, where it's like, it might only be a 10-minute train journey from A to B, but because of the way that the cities are, like you could walk 20 minutes and it doesn't feel like you're walking for fucking hours.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I like, because I like to walk and just sort of look and just be.
Well, present. Amsterdam, that's really flat anyway. It's a flat country basically, so it's it's on your lower level. It's just above sea level, but it's really flat, so it's kind of good. It's not like Edinburgh. It's not like you're having to walk up mountains to get up to like the Royal Mile or that. It's nice. In Amsterdam, it's the city itself is really, really nice, so like really, really good. So looking forward to that.
Have you got any other holidays or that booked for this year, or are you?
We've got Bloodstock Festival, going down to Bloodstock Festival in August. So we're looking forward to that, because we're going down with Snoddy, our mate Neil, and Snoddy's laddie as well, Ben. So
he's camping as well.
Camping. Snoddy and Ben, they've went for the upper class VIP camping, even though they're still camping, but they're in the VIP section. But Snoddy's been waiting years. He's been going for years, and he's always wanted to treat yourself by going VIP. So I'm kind of happy for him to do that.
Especially this year.
I think he's going to miss our banter away in the campsite, so he'll be devastated at that. But we're going down to that, so really looking forward to that.
Who's headlining that?
You've got Architects, Amon Amarth, and Opeth. I'm not a big Opeth fan, so I'm not really fussed about them, but the other bands that are on the lineup, you've got Hatebreed, which I love Hatebreed. You've got Clutch.
Oh, aye.
Clutch.
You actually showed me them. You introduced me.
Clutch. They're playing. Another band that I really love as well is Green Lung, and they're playing it as well. They're really, really, really good. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'm on Amarth. Always know how to put on a good show. So.
How many days is that over? Like 3 or 4?
It's 3 nights basically. So you go down on the Thursday, and then basically it starts your Thursday night's like your karaoke night and all that in the big tent and everything. So
nice.
You have a laugh and everything, and then it's basically Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and then back up the road, hungover to fuck on the
Monday. Take a couple of days to recover.
Yeah. But I'm looking forward to that, and plus it's the first time Becky's ever went to Bloodstock. She used to always go to Download Festival.
Yeah.
So I said to her, like, I'm not big on Download Festival. Like, I think it's way too big, and it's full of too many arseholes.
It's like teeing the part, like it was good until everybody knew it was a thing, and then everybody wanted involved and it was shite. And they were like, nah, we're not doing this anymore.
Literally, but
they're trying to replace it with trans, but it's like, just not the same.
It's like Bloodstock's just like basic metal, you know, it's like for your metal fans, so it's a lot smaller proportion, you know, especially the size of the festival, so it's really, really good. You know,
would you agree with the statement or the meme that's going around where it's like some of the metal heads that I know are like the nicest, like kind of hippie creatures, and the hippies are actual cunts.
No,
people.
It's true. It's like metalheads. This is why there's never any trouble at a Bloodstock festival, at your metal festivals, because we all just get along. You know, it's the whole point. Like mosh pitting and all that. If somebody falls, pick them back up, hug them, and all that kind of stuff. Whereas you go to all these other festivals, and everyone's just a dick.
What's the whole mosh pitting thing to you? Like, what is that?
It's just
getting
it's
crazy.
chaos, but it's chaos with love. It's just brilliant. It's like the energy, feeling the energy of the music, and you just want to.
You get lost in it.
You get exactly. You get lost in it. But it's like, even if you hurt each other, that by the end of the song, or once the song's finished, like everyone is literally hugging each other and having a laugh and all that. And you see the amount of people as well that you meet just from being in a mosh pit as well is just, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
So
I know that you'd been hurt or you had like an abscess or something, didn't you?
Yeah.
And you got hit. Becky breaks her fucking wrist, has to get surgery
Yeah,
because of a mosh pit.
Well, that's the second thing she's broke. She broke her toe at Cavalera Conspiracy a few years ago when it was me and Will. I remember running by me and Will at the bar, and she was hopping. She was like, "Oh, I think I broke my toe." And then obviously when we went to see Avatar there as well, she broke her wrist. Fell in the mosh pit. I thought she was just taking the piss, but she went to the hospital next day, and she had to get an operation and everything.
She never got it removed. She got the thingy through her scaphoid, didn't she, or something like that?
I think so. Yeah.
Because sometimes they take it out if it's just too fucked. But
yeah, no, they put a screw in. Something but
she got the same one as my mum. My mum got hers taken out.
Yeah. There was me just thinking if she was taking a piss, or like you just sprained it or something. But no, when she came out the next day, I need to get an operation. I was like, oh.
You know, that something similar happened to me when I was younger. No in a mosh pit. I was playing at a park. Oh no, I wasn't. I'm talking shit. See how they be flyaway balls you used to get that used to smell really nice, like the ear ones. I was walking towards the mall when I was younger, and I'm kicking this flyaway ball, and it goes fucking zooming, and I went running for it, tripped up on the thingy of the curb, landed. I was put my hands out to thingy myself, and I broke my wrist, and I knew fine well I did, but because I wasn't like greeting or like panicky when I went back and I told my mum. She just thought I was having one and I wanted like some time off school, but I was like, no, like I'm telling you, I was only like 9-10-year-old, and 10 days go by, and every day I'm at my mum like, look at the size of this, like she was like, you've just fucking sprained it, just wrap it up and all that. 10 days later, I'm saying I'm in tears by this point. I was like, I have broke this. I need to go to the hospital. Please fucking take me. So she was like, fine, fuck's sake. 10 days later, go out, get a fucking X-ray. I did break it, didn't I? She breaks down in fucking tears and that when the doctor fucking said it was still like those times where you had to put it up on that's what I said, literally. But he put the thing up on the box. That's how old, like long ago it was. So he's put this up and he's like, you can see here this tiny wee thing, but because it'd been so long, it started to heal. So I only had to get this wee like jelly plaster cast for like another week or two or whatever. But my mum was giddy and she was like, I'm so sorry. I was like, you better be.
Have you met my friend social services?
Childline.
Oh man, it's brilliant.
Mums, man.
Oh.
If you could teleport anywhere in the world right now, where would it be?
Japan.
Why?
just straight off. I love Japan. I love their way of life.
To be fair, I would like to visit
and see the history as well. Like I've said that to Becky as well. Like we're looking at trying to go to Japan either next year or the year after. Just save up for it. But just to go there, it's a place that I've always wanted to go. It just looks phenomenal.
I like their culture. They're very respectful.
Yeah, they respect each other so much. And to see the buildings and that outside of basically Tokyo or that like away from there would just be amazing.
Are you a bit of a gamer or anything?
I used to be. Like I'm not too much on it now. Like I don't really play it that much now except for God of War. I play that, but I used to be big on gaming like back in the day. But I kind of just
like console or PC.
Console. So. I used to play it all the time. It was Destiny. You could never take me away from Destiny. I used to always play that online with my mates after work. Get in and my mates just trying to peel me off it, being like, "Wait, come on out!" I was like, "No, I can't. I'm playing Destiny." I'm with with my online friends. Leave me alone, guys.
Mom, I told you to leave me
Yeah,
alone when I'm cleaning my room.
I know. God damn it. But I used to, but not anymore. But I know a lot of your gaming aspects and that as well come from Japan. A lot of them are
Yeah.
Japanese based and everything. So be good. But there's this the 47 Ronin. Obviously, there's a film about it called 47 Ronin. But the place itself, with the 47 samurai, it's a graveyard still in the middle. I think it is in Tokyo, right in the middle, but they've not even disrupted it. All your buildings that are built around it, but they've still got the graveyard of the 47 Ronin. Yeah, so that's a place that I've always wanted to go to, just to see it. So
because a Ronin, it's sort of like a samurai type, like very disciplined fighter type thing. Yeah, I remember there was
I guess a samurai that's lost his way.
That's it. Because there's loads of comics and stuff about it. I remind my ex who was all into that. Like he made me read some of them. But do you know what? Actually, comics are decent. Like I don't know why I never ever like got into any of that when I was younger. Really,
I used to read the Punisher once, and that years ago.
Did you watch that series that they made?
Oh, that was brilliant.
Was it alright?
Yeah, really good. The guy that plays him is phenomenal.
Diane was pushing me to watch it. I was like, I don't know, I'm not
it's
right
there. Berntrell, John Berntrell, I think it is the actor. I'm not sure actually. I could be wrong. Let's just make myself sound like
You'd
a fan.
know better than me.
But no, it was a really good series. But just comics as well. I used to do we used to have like the wee futuristic Mad Max ones, back in the day, like very, very old. It looked like your old like cereal packs, like a wee cereal booklets in a way, but they were looking cool. But they've got a new film coming out as well, that Mad Max. Furiosa.
Do you know, I've actually still not watched them.
No?
No, I've read about the concept, so I know, but I don't know, I'm that weirdo that, like, have you heard everyone recently been like, oh, you watched that Baby Reindeer? Like, everyone's crazy. This is what I do though, like, because everybody starts posting about it when it's hot, when it's like trending, and I'm like, you end up kind of figuring it out what it is, or
what's happening.
and it's like, right, okay, so I'll wait until the hype's over, so I'll maybe watch like something that was big maybe like a year later, and then I'll understand. I'll be like, oh, right, cool, I might get what the hype is, but I don't know why. I don't like to be in the hype at that moment. I like to watch it after the fact. I don't know why.
In your own time as well, it's like everyone's going on about it. And you're like, well, what's the point? Just tell me about it then. Like, there's no point. But that Baby Reindeer, as I say, we've watched the first 4 episodes or something, and it's so mental, like, but it shows you what people in society can be like as well, and it opens up your eyes as well, especially the guy that's playing this character is the actual guy that happened to. He's playing himself, you know. So
I read something about one of the Scottish characters. It was like, why is it that like the biggest main Scottish characters we've got is like fucking Shrek and something else and that, and then this lassie for Baby Reindeer. So I'll watch it and I'll maybe understand now.
But that was alright. As I say, we've still not finished it yet, but it's just trying to.
You watch a lot of TV.
Yeah, we watched loads of stuff. Yeah. We were watching the new series, Clarkson's Farm there before you came to get me. Yeah. But that's funny, brilliant. Yeah. But that new series of Fallout as well. Fallout was
I've been told to be watching that.
It was amazing. But I used to play Fallout when I was younger.
Yeah, I used to watch. I could just call it. He's like a close family friend, but he's an uncle. So I used to watch my Uncle Tony all the time. I just sit there like, whoa. I've
been waiting ever since I announced it, so last year or a few years ago. That I was just like, oh my god, like I can't wait. And it came out, and I was like, oh please be good, please be good. And I remember just watching it, and I was like, oh my god. And it ended there, and I was like near enough crying. I was like, no. I was like, I've got nothing else to watch now. I was like, that was epic. And I know Graham, our bass player, he's watched it about 3-4 times now. He can't get enough of it, so he just keeps watching it over and over.
So would you ever see yourself doing stuff like that, like acting or extra work or anything of the sort?
I'm not too sure. Like I've never really. I've looked at it before. I've looked at like going to like your Viking kind of events and all that. Like going for that. I remember years ago I went to Vikinga through in Ayr. It was like one of your cool museum places and all that. And this was years ago. I went there with my mum and dad. And because I knew so much about Vikings and everything, I had obviously my tear tattoo on my arm, and that is after the show they actually offered me a job, and I was like, I'm only through here on a holiday with my mum and dad. I was like, oh, but
you look the part.
We'd really like it if you came and worked for us. So, and I was like, no, sadly I can't. So I'm not travelling to Ayr and back every day. So.
Well, one of my directors, Ali, he's got a Pictish film on the cards. He's even got people coming over from Poland to like play them and stuff. So he'll be looking for loads of extras, and you obviously fit the freaking criteria. So you never know.
So I'm up for stuff like that. Getting out, as you say, out your comfort zone. That's the whole thing. Getting out there.
Don't sit pretty.
I know. I can't help it.
It's so pretty. What's something on your bucket list that you hope to accomplish in the next year or this year? We're only in May, suppose.
To accomplish?
Yeah, was something else, or have you got a bucket list? Would you say?
No, not really. I'd say already I've accomplished everything that I want because I've got a wife that I love, and I'm happy. I'm finally happy, satisfied. And I love her Becky to pieces. So we do everything together. And that's what I always aim to have. Like at one point in life, finally be happy. And that was. Feels bad putting her on the bucket list because it's like you're chucking her in a bucket. but I'm just happy as long as I'm with her. That's like, I don't really look to accomplish anything except for like with a band or that. Bucket list would be getting the band out there, getting recording,
keep creating,
getting actual playing gigs. And as you say, with King Tut's of Ireland's or that. Hopefully, eventually trying to get big enough to play venues like that, I'd say that's my bucket list, with a band.
To a degree, I actually think that's healthy. Not that I don't think people shouldn't have goals or anything like that, but I do think that certain people, I think, overload or overstimulate themselves because they have unrealistic goals or unrealistic expectations of themselves or others. So I kind of like that, actually. You're like, nah, do you know what? I'm quite happy where I am.
No, I'm happy. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, you should have goals, something to aim for. But like with me, it would be with the band. Like I'd love us to finally get recording that, which it is on the cards. But that's like a goal in itself. But as it comes to work wise, and I'm happy where I'm working. As I say, wife. We're both happy. We go to gigs and all that.
Happy life.
Exactly. Who would have thought? But go to gigs and all that together as well. So you make as much as what you can, being with each other and all that, and actually going away. So. Getting away places together is really good, so that's why I'm looking forward to obviously this year with Amsterdam and Bloodstock Festival, and that is something, and then looking to do a bigger holiday next year. So
definitely want to travel a wee bit more this year.
So
into next.
So I'd say that's my goals would mainly be just with the band, focused on it because home life is very happy, satisfying. It's good.
You've got a happy wife. You've got a roof over your head. You're fed. Got a job.
Exactly.
You've got good friends.
All you can ask for.
Creative means. I suppose you can't really complain.
No.
That's what I say a lot. It's like, how's life been? That I'm like, do you know what? I can't complain.
It's shite.
It is, but sometimes I don't even like. I don't want to be that person. It's like, oh, fucking life's fucking fish, And I'm just like, do you know what? I'm alive. I'm breathing. That's something at least.
I hate myself. But you get days like that. I think we all get days like that.
But that's why I appreciate having you and Becky there, because as much as I grew up, I did have my mum and dad, a married couple, but their relationship ended up ending, but I've never really had a couple to look to, aspire to, do you know what I mean, look up to. Where recently I went to yours and Becky's wedding, I went to my friend Shannon and Callum's wedding, which was stunning as well, and it's they've got 2 wee boys. I know you and Becky are trying and all that as well. So it's on the cards anyway. It's I like that. I like to have people like that around me because it's just something to look up to. As much as she's, me and Becky are basically the same age. We grew up together, but I think it's important to have that in your life. To have these people around you, or even if it's not because I say this often, I don't see myself having kids. I sometimes don't see myself getting married, but having those people in your life that have that good connection, a good couple and stuff like that, good home bodies, I think it's good. I appreciate you because you do a lot for me.
Oh, I appreciate it as well, because the amount of times that you've been there for Becky and that as well. Not even Becky, for me as well, just somebody to talk to and that as well. It's good. That's why it's there for each other kind of thing. It goes back to the thing. Don't be scared to talk to somebody. Talk, and it's good to have that as well, and it's good to obviously share things with yourself and that as well. You can go out and do stuff and all that. It's good.
I know that you and Becky were at a time in your lives where I think it just fell in place for both of you. So both of you was losing your parents and stuff. So being that like support network for each
I
other.
think
It's
it
very
happened
important.
happened at the right time, so it was good. I think it was another reason why it was meant to be as well, because
Did you just know as well? Do you
Yeah.
think you know, or is it just like one day you're like, yeah,
I think it was that. It was just obviously helping our mum and dad in that as well, and it was just, like I didn't want to be anywhere else. I just wanted to be there with her to help her, So, and because I'd just been through that process as well with losing my mum, I was just like, I want to be there for her because I know exactly how it's going to hit her. I know how it's going to feel, so I want to be there.
me or you?
Oh, baby. It's Graham, it's the guy that missed
Aye,
today.
he
He's trying to
was-
phone me now.
Oh, you should answer it like,
I
yeah.
know. Graham speaking to the microphone. No. But,
Graham had a bit too much to drink last night.
yeah, just a wee bit. But no, but having that, being there for each other, I think that's how I kind of knew. I was like, I want to be her person to lean on, and then ever since then, we've just been together. It's kind of inseparable.
You're so cute.
So it's good. No, but it's good, like, it's, because for anyone to go through that process, it's, they'll know themselves, it's not easy. It's not
She
easy.
really handled it well though. Like I know she has her moments and stuff, but I don't think she gives herself.
But
enough
especially
credit.
for her age, to lose both your parents already, it's
14 months each
yeah,
as well.
which is it's
I lost my Uncle Paul to cancer, and then 14 months later, Auntie Hazel with pneumonia and COVID.
COVID, so they say.
Relations and stuff, yeah. But I do believe it was just broken heart. She just didn't want to.
Yeah,
She
I
couldn't
think
live on here without
after
him.
Paul went,
Yeah.
I think it was a broken heart.
Same
Basically.
happened with my dad's parents. Like once his dad went, like my granny was no far behind them because she did have things wrong with her too. But I think it's just like broken heart.
Yeah,
like you're just
definitely, yeah.
because they were inseparable.
Yeah, well they were like, but just to be able to have actually gotten to spend time with them and know them and get to know them and that is like, it's, I wouldn't have had it any other way. It was great. Obviously, when they were here, sadly, obviously no longer. But they were the two nicest people ever. And they welcomed me into their home, open arms. So.
Do you? What about see how like me and Becky talk about like the spiritual stuff and all that and going to get the readings? Like, what's your opinion on that?
I don't believe it. Like, it's not to me, but I'll never tell somebody
Yeah,
that's crap, because my sister, when we lost our mum, my sister was going and getting all these things, going to like your
like the readings
people,
and all
your
that.
readings and all that. She was doing all that. So, I mean, my dad would just say to me, my dad, like, do you want to come and do this thing with, see if like you could talk to mum or that? And I was like, nah. I was like, we don't believe in that stuff, but it's like, whatever floats your boat, like, you go ahead and do it. It's like, it's you that believes it, but I would never tell somebody that it's
bullshit or
bullshit.
whatever. If
Like,
it brings them comfort, by all means.
So it's there for as well. I think it's
Excuse me.
to help them through that pain process as well. So, but my sister was doing all that. So, but for me, it's something that I don't believe in. But to whoever is good on you, if it helps you or that, then is it good? If it's a comfort to yourself, then is it batter on?
Yeah, Becky's desperate to go and get a wee reading done because we were all meant to go and get one. So I think I'm going to get that booked when she's got time. But what was it the other day we were talking about trying to get a catch up, and she sent me her schedule, and I was just like, see, try to find out.
Oh no, it's a nightmare. She's just trying to get time off together.
Last night, like just come and chill, like because I wasn't really up for like having a wee wine or that, but just go up and see her because I knew with that schedule, I was like, I'm probably not going to see you for another week or two.
I know.
But she's a very hard worker, her, so I think
you're
very lucky, and I'm very glad that you're part of the family now.
Thank you. Glad to be part of it.
And I'm excited to see what comes of everything that's happening.
Yeah, same.
Chugzilla.
Chugzilla.
Chris Twaddle getting credits for recording on a short film.
Yeah. Hopefully it likes me.
I think it will.
But so looking forward to that. So it's all go.
It's all a go. I've got a wee short film coming out in July, Bitter Pill. So we've got our I think they're trying to aim the premiere for like July time, and then they're going to enter it into some film festivals.
That'd be good.
Right. They're leaving. That's why I was asking you about the extra work, because they're leaving it open. So there's going to be maybe like a feature or a part 2, or there's loads of different characters in it that we could do a spin off and continue or end their story. So once obviously the directors are looking at getting any funding and actually making it into like a talent agency / production company, we're going to start taking people for the public and not just through like, because we all kind of started this because we all kind of knew each other and worked with each other on the previous film with the scheme. So obviously when that comes about, definitely I think you should get fired in about it. And Ali's picked us one, like I'll say to him, because you've got the get up, like you've got, so I think you'd be good, even if it is just like a wee extra part or whatever. You never know.
Hello.
Again, don't sit pretty, get your comfort zone, try something new. But aye, that is us at the hour mark. I feel like I asked all the questions I really wanted to. There was just a few like thought provoking ones, but I'm gonna get Chris back on with the rest of the band.
Yeah.
When no one's had a drink the night before.
When all has been drinking the night before, when we've all been behaving.
But you know what? It is what it is. Everyone's living their fucking best life.
And hopefully we'll have music as well to show by that time as well.
So you can find them though. I know you've got like a channel.
We have got a channel. We're on Facebook and that, just Chugzilla. You know, but
Chugzilla.
Yes, and then YouTube, we do have a couple of tracks up. Obviously, there's no singing or anything because it's just old tracks. Like, but if you want to have a little listen and just see the rough,
follow along, see what comes of it.
Exactly.
You know, stay tuned. But I think we'll wrap up there.
Yeah, well, it's been a pleasure. It's been fun.
Aye, we'll wrap up another episode of Kellyology. But I want to express my gratitude for you for coming on and
thank you for having us.
And having a good old chin wag. I enjoyed the conversation. If you enjoyed the conversation, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, leave a comment if you listened. And obviously if you go and listen to Chugzilla or anything that they have, and you follow along, man, show your support. Just remember, every day is a school day. The journey continues beyond this podcast. I think we're going to go home and eat. I'm going to go home and eat.
Food.
Yes, so until next time, keep seeking, keep growing, and stay groovy.
Yeah.
I've been your host, Kelly. This has been Chris Twaddle.
Thank you.
Loving you and leaving you.
Thank you.
Now we need some outro music.
What a day it's been on the Kellyology show. All right.
I'm going to get you to do my voice.
Keep rolling, baby.